Everybody, Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Good Friday morning. It's finally Friday. Cloudy, but not really rainy. Not yet. It's going to be. Last night we didn't pick up anything, even though the radar was a little active as far as seeing things on the radar. Plano Cam is just plain old dry. At this hour, 7:27 is the current time. If you're watching live and if you're watching later, there's your time check. Just so you know the current conditions. If you're watching a little bit later, it's probably raining a little bit. Scattered showers. Not everybody's going to pick up on rain today, but it's out there. Little disturbance overnight brought us the clouds last evening, and now a warm front is about to move across the area, and that's going to bring us a little better chance of seeing some scattered showers today. Looking downtown from the AAA Systems weather cam, you can see the cloudy skies there, but again, hardly any rain. There may be a couple of raindrops. You may go out this morning to your vehicle and see a couple of raindrops here and there, or on your patio or front porch or sidewalk or whatever. I mean, there are some there, but it's just not much. What's happening is the atmosphere near the surface is still very, very dry from yesterday. And even though we had all these clouds move in yesterday afternoon, it looked like it wanted to rain, and it was above us. But then when it hits that dry air near the surface, all those raindrops just evaporate and they just fade away. Virga is what we call it. Virga. So there's been a lot of that, but I will show you some mesonet sites that have picked up a little bit of rain, especially back to the west where that disturbance crossed over and through yesterday. And now that we've got the warm front moving northward right across the area, that's going to actually bring us enough moisture to come all the way down to the ground and bring us some showers today. Again, it's not going to be much. It's going to be light amounts. And this will be pretty much all we see because the rest of the weekend is looking fantastic. Warm and breezy. I mean, tomorrow and Sunday look extraordinary, really. Here's a look at the winds this morning. The winds, we've got a little bit of a wind coming up out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Looking at the radar, you can see some of those showers. These are the ones that are actually reaching the ground from, well, stretching from just southwest of Evansville through Madisonville. Now beginning to get some rain over toward Butler County and down toward Portland, Tennessee, just south of Bowling Green, starting to see some of those showers. Yeah. Now, some of these in the deep yellow orange area, that's actually reaching the ground, but a majority of this, I know this is one of those times when radar can be misleading. It is actually picking up on rain, but it's not reaching the ground in all cases here. A lot of this is just evaporating before it reaches the ground, but it's that main line where you see the darker yellows and oranges where there's some light rain that's actually hitting the ground. This is the warm front that is moving northward across the area and will cross into Bowling Green here in the next hour or so, and will continue to bring us some rain. In fact, let me see if I can push this forward. Yeah, here we go. So here we go, 7:45, 8 o'clock. Yeah, that rain's going to come on through. Here we go after 8 a.m., 8:15, and then to about 8:30. There we are. So, yeah, so here it is right now, and then this is where it's going to be. So kind of a predictive radar. So we'll get some showers out of this, but it's just not going to be much of anything at all. It just depends on how much of it reaches the ground. That's the thing. And you can see we've got plenty of cloud cover across the area. I do think, though, after this little round of rain comes through this morning, we'll see some breaks in the clouds like we're seeing back toward Paducah and western Kentucky. We'll start to see little holes in the cloud cover opening up. And there's still a possibility we could see a few showers this afternoon. But most of this will be out of here later today and at the latest tonight. And then it's gone for the rest of the weekend. The rest of the weekend looks pretty incredible. Like I said, both tomorrow and Sunday, I'd be making some plans to do something outside because it's going to be warm and it's going to be breezy and it's going to be a little humid, but it's not going to be so bad that you don't want to be outside. It's really going to feel like summer this weekend with those low to mid 80s. Just really some wonderful weather, because then by Monday is when we're going to see a return to some rainy days, Monday, Tuesday, both. All right, let's check the Kentucky Mesonet and all the network sensors this morning at 7:33 a.m. Current temperatures are in the 50s and approaching 60 now in many locations, including Bowling Green. Down at the Ag Expo Center, the sensor up at the Corvette plant is at 56, 55, 53, 54, 55, 58, 54, 55. Yeah, we're all looking good this morning. Let's check. How about any rainfall? Well, a drop maybe at the Corvette plant. That's what I'm saying. A lot of what you're seeing on the radar is not hitting the ground. Although you go down to Franklin and they've picked up almost a quarter-inch of rain. So that's that line that I showed you coming through. It does have a little quick hit of rain with it, but that's about it. 11 hundredths, just barely over a tenth of an inch for the Russellville sensor. 17 hundredths at the sensor near Elkton in Todd County. Let's go. Now, this is where it has rained a little bit more over toward Murray, Kentucky, and back that way, a half inch of rain. That's in Mayfield in Graves County. And then 71 hundredths in Murray, Callaway County. So those two areas picked up the most rain. But that's where that little disturbance came through yesterday, and then what came through this morning, the warm front. So they picked up the most. We're not going to get that much. We're going to see very little. And those of you that live east of us, east of Bowling Green and east of Interstate 65, you probably won't get much of anything today as far as rain. Just maybe some sprinkles. Winds are coming mostly out of the east, very, very light right now. There's not much of a breeze until you get over into western Kentucky. But winds are mainly from the east. Now, they will become more southwesterly as we go through time, south and southwest. Even later today, we'll start to see the winds picking up. The entire weekend is going to be breezy, like it is in western Kentucky now, but it's going to be even more breezy as we continue on. So while it's going to be warm and while it's going to be mainly sunny, the winds will kick up, 15, 25, maybe even up to 30 miles per hour during the course of the weekend. So when you're outdoors, just keep that in mind. If you're trying to spread seeds or, doing some things in the yard that's going to, like if you're mowing, it's going to blow the grass around, it's going to be kind of that way throughout the weekend. So, but still so warm, so summer-like. It's pretty incredible. And let's see if this trend is going to continue. Let me show you the model blender. The the favorite of most of you when I show this. It just gives you a really good template to go by. The numbers are never exact unless they just happen to be like a broken clock that's correct twice a day. You know, it's kind of that kind of scenario. This is a blend of all the models put together, and this is the output. And you can see we're going to go around 80 today, despite the clouds and any raindrops that do fall. Cloudy tonight, 67, 68. That's warm for an overnight low. Then we go 82, 83, 81. You get the idea. 80s across the board until we get into next Friday, next weekend, the first weekend of May, and it's Derby weekend. Now, Derby is right here. May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Yes, Derby Day as well. 75 and 53. I mean, that's not bad. It's going to be actually pleasant for the Kentucky Derby. 150th Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs. Really good. And good for the Oaks as well the day before on Friday. So we're going to see more mid 70s and upper 70s after we get past Thursday of next week. But look, 80s, 60s at night. When I said the chilly and frosty weather may be over for the rest of the season, I think we're looking at that. We're looking at that right there with the model blender. Now, it could get occasionally cool, mid upper 40s at some point, even in May, early May. But after that, this is really done. I mean, as far as being worried about your plants being outside for frost or anything like that, I think we're done. Okay, let's take a look at the maps here and let you see how things are going to progress. Now, again, out in the plains, Texas and Oklahoma, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, it's the weather is a problem. Even right now, this morning, there are tornado watches, tornado warnings, severe thunderstorms, flooding going on. We're not going to see any of that. We're just going to get this little disturbance coming through with the warm front lifting northward. That's touching off some of the rain that I talked about and showed you. Here it is, the warm front. This is just elevated, mostly elevated moisture that's not reaching the ground except in a few places. And then even if it is raining, it's not much. Now, this may help prompt a thunderstorm or two this afternoon if we get some sun breaking through and heating up. We'll do surface heating. Instead of elevated, we'll do surface heating type storms that could pop up today. But you see back here in the plains, the red zones, severe weather. Here comes the warm front this evening. Warmer tomorrow. The breezes begin to pick up. Tighter lines here. Isobars together means tight lines of pressure, therefore breezy conditions. But it's going to be a nice day. There could be a few renegade showers along the Ohio River, but nothing here for Bowling Green or southern Kentucky as we go through the day. Look at that. It's almost like the rain, look at that. It's taken on the shape of Kentucky, or the rain around us has taken on the shape of Kentucky. And that's unique. Almost perfectly. That has a lot to do with how the Weather Service offices, break down their forecast. And when all this is put together from all the Weather Service offices, yeah, you can get tight cutoffs on some of the borders and things like that. But as we know, weather does not follow borders. Look at all this severe weather back west, Wichita to Oklahoma City to Wichita Falls and Dallas, Texas, and so forth and so on. Nasty, nasty stuff tomorrow. Here we go into Saturday evening. Great, nice and warm. Look at all this. Look how big that red zone is tomorrow. That's not good. This is not good. This is going to be a big deal. If not today, tomorrow, there's going to be a major outbreak of severe weather in the plains. If you know anybody back that way, be thinking about them, praying for them, because there could be some violent weather back that direction tomorrow. Here we go into Sunday. Again, high pressure holding that wall of rain away from us. We get another beautiful day and warm on Sunday. We're talking mid 80s, like it's summertime in southern Kentucky. Now by Monday, the energy kicks the cold front that's been back here causing severe weather and problems out in the plains, finally moves east. We begin to see more showers, and I think we'll get some thunderstorms on Monday into Tuesday as the front passes by. We go into Wednesday. That's the first day of May. See scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm, and that will continue into Tuesday. Even though high pressure is here, we call it a dirty high because it's got some contaminated air around it. It's high pressure, but it's not strong enough to hold back any rain. So we're going to be in an unsettled period of wet weather as we head into much of next week. So we're holding off the rain right now, but we can't hold off much longer with the showers. That's coming through right now is not a big deal. You see it on the radar back behind me. Yeah, it looks impressive on the radar, but once you get underneath those showers, you get some rain, and then it stops, and then it's over. And in some cases, it's just sprinkles. Because, again, the air mass near the surface where we are is very dry. It is wet above us, and then as the raindrops come down, it hits that dry air, and everything just evaporates, in most cases. But in some cases, we are, as you saw on the mesonet, we are getting some rainfall amounts of 1/10 of an inch or less, maybe 1/4 inch in some cases, but a lot of this will just kind of fade away as we go into the rest of today. Yesterday's high, by the way, was 71 at the Bowling Green Airport. 74 is the normal, so we were 3 degrees below normal. Today we're going to see a high of 80, and then we're going to stay in the 80s throughout the weekend, and all next week will be 80s. All right, let's see who's in the chat box this morning. Katie, Doc, he says he's getting showers in Rosewood. Okay. Yeah, good for the plants. Yeah, I've put out some. Now that I know that the frost and freezes are over, I did put out some. And so they need that drink of water. Eva, Kiggs and family, Norm, Karen, Katie, Gregory, Stevie, thank you all for checking in. Ricky, okay. Ricky says it's raining in Lewisburg. That's in Logan County. So yeah, that's verifying what you're seeing back there on the radar. So yeah, some rain. It's not going to last. Okay. Have a great weekend. God bless you. Thank you for watching. I'm on the radio right now at Sam 100.7. And then I'll be on your TV tonight, News 40 at 5, 6, and 10. And of course, on the News 40 weather app, which you can download right there and have weather anytime, radar anytime, lightning detection anytime, severe weather bulletins anytime on your phone. God bless you.